Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we're going to go visit a new brewery for us. It's 9 Mile Brewing Company out of Bloomington, Minnesota, and we're going to try their Statement of Westy. Stick around.
This is my statement, sign Westy at the bottom. Little bit crooked, but I swear that I'm honest. If it feels right, I don't need it all plotted.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. We are back. There's Jay. There's Andy in the attic. New brewery alert. What are we drinking today?
Statement of Westy from 9 Mile Brewing Company. Minnesota brewery. One that our friend Mike, who's been on the show this last year for one of our live episodes, he picked this up on some of his albums for
Awesome.
us.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike. Thank you.
And in fairness, I've already had this beer.
Full disclosure.
It just makes it so harder. I only have one to choose from. Who goes first? Cheers, mates. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers, mates. Cheers, Mike. Had beers with him, not for us.
Is that when you drank the other one of these?
No. I drank the other one of these about 3 months ago.
Oh, well.
So, Statement of Westy. It's a West Coast style IPA, 7% ABV, by 9 Mile Brewing Company of Bloomington, Minnesota. This is their take on the welcomed resurgence of West Coast IPAs.
Welcomed, really? I mean,
not for you.
It makes it sound like when they say resurgence, that this was produced like 10 years ago or something like that.
right? Yeah.
Like first was released or more than 10 years ago when craft beer, I guess that was early 2000s to late 2000s when it was blowing up and more being produced. I guess 2010s maybe.
Yeah.
Just depends on your region, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because North or West Coast, Northwest region, and then of course Northeast. Has notes of citrus, pine, and floral tones that blend with tropical fruits. And they utilize a house ale yeast from Escarpment Labs.
That's pretty cool.
Group up there. They use Cascade, Eldorado, Centennial CGX hops, and then it's dry hopped with Cascade, Chinook CGX, and Columbus CGX. And make a mental note to look up what CGX is. This brewery, 9 Mile Brewing Company, Bloomington, Minnesota, is a microbrewery. It is less than a mile from 9 Mile Creek, hence the name. It's the first brewery and tap room for Bloomington, and it's founded by a local resident. In 2018, he advocated for a change to the city charter restricting on-site beer sales at breweries. In 2019, the voters approved by nearly 80%. And then he ultimately opened a brewery in 2022. The people want their beer and they want to drink it on their site.
Seems obvious.
What they want. If you want to get reelected, give the people what they want.
Why can't we get beer mailed to us in Mississippi or Alabama?
There we go.
Well, but we can get plenty of wine.
Yeah.
They passed a law where you can have all sorts of wine mailed here.
It's not about
the
alcohol. Anyway, that's a topic for a live show, maybe. All right. Do we know anything about the name specifically? Did you see anything about?
Statement of Westy,
Yeah, just like,
West Coast.
I mean, I know it's West Coast, but any other? No, obviously you would have said it if you did.
It's their ode to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see anything more on what was that? Escarpment Labs.
I just didn't go into that.
Okay. I just thought it was interesting. They have a little bit of their logo down here too. So the Escarpment Labs logo is at the very bottom.
Yeah. I saw that. I was just like, they're pals.
Yep.
They're
All
pals,
right.
so I'd be curious because they're using their yeast. But yeah.
We have established, obviously, that Jay has had this one. So, Andy, what do you think?
It comes out right out of the gate as a wonderful citrus pine. You definitely know it's West Coast. Not too resinous at all. More floral. Not too bitter. And then it just kind of trails, and the sips after that are a little muted. I don't get that boldness. Excuse me. It's like I want to have more of that. It's still, I like the flavor. I don't know. It's like your first kiss. You remember your first kiss, and then the ones after that just maybe not as memorable or live up to it. It's that first sip effect. But I'm going to give it a good rating. I'm saying a 7.5. I like it. I just want it consistent throughout. So, but it's good beer.
All right. Yeah, I don't. This one to me, I get a little bit of bitter on the back end, a little bit, but it's not offensive. I mean, this is bitter I can live with, and I think this beer is really good. I think it blends really well. I think this is one of the we've had a few of these kind of the West Coast that they're less offensive, if that's the right word I can use for somebody who doesn't typically like a West Coast. So I actually, I like this beer. I think it's tasty. Definitely for me, citrus is from the flavor profile. That's the big thing I get from it, with just a little bit of that back end bitter. But it seems to be again really well balanced. Nothing overpowers in one way or the other for me. So 7.5 was my number as well. I think it's tasty. I would drink this one again, and I would probably buy it periodically if I could get it, even for a West Coast. So I like it. Jake?
Yeah, I agree with both you guys in some regards. For me, it's kind of that West Coast meets the tropical citrus, which you don't normally find a lot of the times in the West Coast. So, kind of have that little crossover. Like you said, Andy, really that first sip or two is where you get the pine and some of the traditional West Coast, and then it just kind of blends away, and it leaves you wanting for a little more. The other thing to me is it drinks thin for a 7%.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have suspected it there. I would have thought it more around 6 or somewhere in that range. Not that I can tell the difference between 5, 6, and 7 most times, but I think it's a good beer. I love the flavor on it, and I agree with you guys. I mean, I'd love to be able to get more of it because it'd be a good one to keep in the fridge from time to time. So and my rating's the same as you guys, 7.5. That's solid beer from 9 Mile. I'd like to try more from these guys and see what else they offer.
One other thing I was going to mention and I failed to, and when it was my turn, was do you get like it seems dry on the finish, for me.
It's dry hopped.
Yeah, so it's like you just you kind of want to. It's like eating pretzels while you drink.
Yeah, it makes you want to drink more, keep going.
Exactly.
But I think the dry hop, not related necessarily to the dry taste, but the dry hop, from what Andy had said, how they dry hop part of it, that would cut down on some of the bitter that you're normally used to. So,
That will be a 7.5, easy math for even us, for the statement of Westy from 9 Mile Brewing Company. Definitely a beer, if you find in your neck of the woods, you've got to pick up and give a shot. Let us know what you think about it. If you've had it, down in the comments below, or you can hop on in to our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room, and you can join us and the others who have joined that as well. We got some links down below for Hopped Up Beer Review merch, Hopped Up Beer Review Patreon, and some others. So check all those out. And yeah, you can see all that down below. As always, we appreciate you checking out this video and would love for you to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell if you've not done so. That would help us out with the YouTube. So big thumbs up there. For Andy in the attic, still rocking the mustache for some reason. And Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
This is my statement, signed Westy at